Welcome to my channel Daily Bulletin News. Guiding Light Resurrected, by Days of Our Lives? Guiding Light popping up on Days of Our Lives in any way is not what we had on our bingo card to start off the new year. But on Tuesday's episode, as the show finally revealed the identity of the new lady whistleblower, which we saw coming a mile away, they dropped a huge nod to CBS, former soap and two of the town's most prominent families. It started when Stephanie convinced Chad to help her figure out Lady Whistleblower's identity. After some hemming and hawing, he checked out how the Spectator was paying its anonymous muck-raking columnist. It turned out that they were depositing checks into a Lady Whistleblower LLC in Rochester, New York. Of course, shortly after that, we learned that Carrie was visiting family in Rochester, and then to give us final confirmation, he whipped out his phone to put up another post as the gossip columnist. That's all well and good, but it's when Chad named the bank that we sat up and noticed. Because Carrie is, apparently, using something called the Spalding-Lewis Bank. The Spalding and Lewis families were both a major part of Guiding Light, and Reva, of course, was a major link between them. Over the years, she was married to Alan Spalding, Billy Lewis, H.B. Lewis and, of course, her true love, Josh Lewis. Look, we're not saying she got around, but she was the one who dubbed herself the Slut of Springfield. Admittedly, it seems unlikely that the bank is run by Alan, Reva, Josh or any of the Guiding Light characters, though who knows what companies Spalding Enterprises might own, but it was still a neat nod to the longest-running soap opera of all time. With that said, the show has mentioned another world character, Cass Winthrop, as being on the Salem Town Council. And Cass crossed over to As the World Turns, which was within the same universe as Guiding Light, so, never say never about there being an actual connection. Plus, it's interesting to note that neither Days of Our Lives nor Guiding Light specifically put their towns in Illinois, but that's where fans have long assumed them to be. Salem is close enough to Chicago for quick visits, and Springfield was supposedly near another world's Bay City and As the World Turns Oakdale, which are both in the Midwestern state. Tying the shows directly together would probably take more cooperation between networks and companies than we can expect, but with today's shifting media landscape, who knows? We're just glad to see that Guiding Light is still shining in some way, all these years after it was taken off the air. Stay tuned and subscribe the channel.